Yes, the Human Rights Association of Nigeria, or rather, the Human Rights Writers Association of Nigeria, said, so many things about insecurity and what is going on in the country. According to Huriwa, says you have allowed your bandits, terrorist kinsmen, to operate freely, kill citizens. Huriwa told Buhari. The Human Rights Writers Association of Nigeria, Huriwa, has said it is shocked that up till now the armed forces have deliberately refused to crush terrorists or terrorism in the country, who have been tagged bandits in the northwest or northeast region of the country, Nigeria. According to Huriwa, says we regret to observe that these terrorists, who are mostly ethnic Fulani, same ethnicity with all the heads of the internal security institutions, are still operating freely in Kaduna, Niger, Zamfara, and Katsina, and have killed scores of citizens only in the last few days. The Human Rights Writers Association of Nigeria said in a statement signed by its coordinator, Emmanuel Onwubiko, and also made available to Daily Post on Monday. The group wondered why the Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces, President Muhammadu Buhari, has failed to carry out his primary responsibility of protection and protecting lives and properties of its citizens. Furthermore, Human Rights Writers Association of Nigeria, Huriwa, cited the Global Terrorism Index 2019, which ranked Nigeria as the third worst nation prone to terrorism, with no improvement since 2017. The group noted that aside insurgency such as Boko Haram and Islamic State in Western African province ISWAP, banditry, kidnapping, and secessionist violence are pushing Nigeria towards the brink of collapse. The group underlined the fact that many citizens are calling for the resignation of Buhari for failing to secure the country and also lives and properties of the citizens. For the past 6 years, the insecurity across Nigeria has worsened beyond the Boko Haram insurgency. Virtually all parts of Nigeria are currently battling one form or another of violent crimes, evidence that the president has failed to keep his promise on security. According to the Human Rights Writers Association of Nigeria, Huriwa, many of the populace no longer believe the president, while many others rather feel the opposite about his positive self-assessment. The analysis showed that insecurity affects economic growth by drying out investment, increases unemployment, and dwindles government revenue, amongst others. Well, despite this effect, government capital expenditure on internal security did not grow astronomically to match the added problem. A prominent Islamic scholar, Sheikh Murtala Sokoto, described those still praising Buhari as liars and hypocrites. Even within President Buhari's own party, many people who worked for his victory now complain openly that the mission that brought them to power might have been willfully abandoned. Yes, it's not even might. It has been abandoned willfully, not might. If you're saying might, maybe you're still missing, but you're still trying to, play to the gallery. Daily Post can report that terrorists who are referred to as bandits have continued to operate freely in the northwest, northeast, or in the north in general, northern part of the country called Nigeria, despite the shutting down of telecommunications in some areas in the region by the federal government. Just yesterday, there were cases of abduction of commuters traveling the Abuja-Kaduna highway by government suspected to be a bandit. This is so very, very appalling and also so embarrassing that in Nigeria as at today, the insecurity has been, a thing that is causing a nightmare, or rather, I would say the military have no power of their own, have no integrity of their own, because I used to remember back in the days, I would say in the 90s, when the military, I would say the soldiers of Nigerian soldiers still usually, go for peacekeeping. They go to Sudan, go to Mali, go to Chad, go to Niger, go to Sierra Leone for peacekeeping, and not even a single soldier will be killed. They will go, they will see, and also conquer, and they will come with dollars, huge amount of money, and they will come victorious. Then they used to call Nigeria giants of Africa. But what is Nigeria now? I would say Nigeria is the ant of Africa. So we should remove that G and the I, just ANT. Is the ant of Africa. It's also very, very embarrassing, as Buhari has led Nigeria into a state of jeopardy, especially in the area of security. And I believe it is the military that are supposed to face terrorists. Instead, it's the terrorists are the ones conquering the so-called military, Nigerian military, or the soldiers. This is so very, very uncalled for, and very very, I would say, it's very, very disgusting, according to Davido. Davido said, how did we get here? That it's so very, very disgusting, that the issue of security is something that you can't even be proud of as a country. Buhari, when he wanted to come into power, he promised a whole lot of propaganda. I would say it's promised us a whole lot of blasphemy, and it's a crime on its own for deceiving the public by deceit to power. Yes, I believe that is a crime also, deceit to power. Just because you want to cling into power, you deceive the people to vote for you, and after voting for you, you turn deaf ears to their cry. Sunday Igboho has cried, and Kanu has cried. Yes, the northern and gullible political bigots in the northern part of the country, just because they are saying 10 naira, 2 naira, 5 naira, they wouldn't want to say the truth about this present dispensation. They kept on giving themselves lies, feeding from hand to mouth, and suffering and smiling, which is not so good for Nigerian citizens, according to what someone says. He said, I would say, I will quote him. He said, the Nigerian under this present dispensation, Nigerians, generally, they have not really achieved anything, and everybody is trying to complain. I'm saying trying to complain. Everybody is complaining. If I'm saying they are trying to complain, just because they don't, maybe they would not want to offend Buhari, or not to offend anybody, but the Southerners are really, really, clapping for Buhari from the backyard. That you are doing a wonderful and fabulous rubbish government, or leading Nigeria to a state of jeopardy. I've said it earlier that it is not even Buhari that is ruling us. Buhari is not ruling us. He is just representing Nigeria in diaspora, because whenever Buhari travels out, yes, they say yes, the Nigerian president is here, but in other words, he's just only representing Nigeria. The person who is supposed to be representing Nigeria whenever Buhari travels is supposed to be Oshibajo, but Oshibajo is handicapped. The person ruling us in this present contraption called Nigeria is Malami. Malami is the president, while Buhari is representing us. So Malami is presiding over the affairs of the country. It is so said and done. But as it is, the Human Rights Association of Nigeria, or Writers Association of Nigeria, has said it all, that the name is Nigeria is being called outside is not a good name at all. But as it is, we need to conquer the menace or the insurgency in the northern part of the country. Well, this is where I'm going to draw the curtain. I would like you to share your views in the comment section. Thanks for listening, and God bless you.